I love this movie. I just discovered it. It's called Chan is Missing. It's from way back when. I don't remember when it was
said
made.
The only way he can find someone to help him.
But it was way back. Same guy who made the Joy Luck Club made it. But it's got about some Chinese guy in San Francisco who went missing named Chan. And so this guy and his nephew decided to just kind of look around and see where he might have gone. But he had an article in his pocket that was about the Chinese New Year. A big fight broke out between two really old men, one supporter of the People's Republic of China and one supporting the Taiwanese. And it was a Chinese New Year parade, and so what they were saying is that this article said that they were fighting about which flag was going to be at that parade. And Dianne Feinstein was the mayor of San Francisco at the time, and she said, well, only the American flag. She didn't take any sides, but these Chinese guys, they did the Taiwan one anyway. And the PRC people protested. These commies within America got into a huge fight with the Taiwanese. This is all in American soil because the stupid Feinstein wouldn't take a stand against the People's Republic of China flag. And she said, we'll never give money to the city funds for this again. So anyways, that's just the backstory of it, but it's very interesting how this movie is it's just a really good movie, but this is the kind of really backline. There it is. There's the article. Mayor Feinstein was angered. Anyway, it's very worth it, but this is how you get people to fight, is you don't take any sides, and you don't clarify. There's no alpha dog here, but I like these guys right here. Now these are fascinating guys. Now, and then they talk to, they decide just to kind of casually ask questions and look around. And then they talk to some guy who's a cook, who's still a communist, who still identifies with the Chinese in China. But these guys are all Americaned up, as they should be. When my parents came to Canada in the 60s, right away, we started camping. My father even got some kind of cowboy hat. I mean, we assimilated. But the culture in the 70s was perfect. Perfect. You could ride a bike with no helmet, listen to excellent, easy listening songs on the radio. There was no feminization of men and no masculinization of women, I mean, except in the fringe. And in the fringe, that's where you want to keep it. What's the point of being a fringe if you're front and center and pushed there? And you're supposed to be better. But I noticed that when they started, now here's the commie, and he's a cook. Now, commies are always insecure and ashamed about being cooks or whatever, peasants. But watch the way he dresses later in the show. There he is on the roof. He's wearing a suit and he's criticizing. He says you can't be an American unless you identify with 800 million Chinese over there. And he's telling this guy, you're a foreigner, you're a foreigner. And this guy, other guy, was born there, and he's wearing a jean jacket and a baseball cap. And this guy's trying to make him feel bad about that. This is called the psychological slide that all Marxists do to people. All these fellow travelers, they make you forever a traveler in this world. You're always a vagabond and you don't belong to anything. Even yourself. You don't belong to yourself either. And that's what America has given to people, is no matter what, you belong to yourself. And the problem is people don't understand that this is a psychological breakthrough that people need. We need to bring this right down to the clothing you wear, because that's what they did, is they brought it down to the clothing you wear. Like, look at this guy, he's very insecure and weak. And yet he's trying to weaken this other guy who's asking some questions. He's like, we've been here for over 100 years. No, you haven't. He just came here, but he's trying to project that insecurity onto this guy who was born in the States. So what they did in China was they said, let's destroy the four olds. You can look it up. Look up the destruction of the four olds. Now, how are you going to fight this absolute cancer? Because we know it came from the Jewish Autonomous Oblate, all these Jewish people that had invaded China or who went to live there. It's called the Jewish Autonomous Oblate. That's also the pride flag. Homosexuality, that's one thing I learned from my Chinese relatives, is if you call a Chinese guy a homosexual, he'll kill you. So the joke is on them. Anyway, so if you want to fight this horrific world new order where they'll kill you as soon as look at you. Once these people have been weaponized into the Jewish communism, they'll kill you as soon as just like Stalin or just like Mao, they'll kill you. They have no remorse, no pity. It's like a psychopath. So if you want to fight it, you fight it their way with their weapons. What they did was they took away your four olds. So you're going to take back your four olds. You're going to have to take back, look at even the car design. Look at these cars. What happened to cars? Suddenly the back is all hitched up like a gay man with a gay ass way up high. You can't see the car in front of the car in front of you. You're going to have to take back all your designs, get rid of the metric system. You're going to have to take back your architecture, your clothes, your textile factories. You're going to have to take back frugality and wives that are frugal. That's in The Automatic Millionaire, the guy who interviewed a bunch of millionaires, self-made, all of them had frugal wives at home. None of this trophy wife bullshit. Unless you're the President of the United States, that's fine. But if you really have, that kind of, if you deserve it. But anyways, this whole culture with the Kardashians, where everybody is like I can't break a nail, or Bruce Jenner, like they think that being a woman, just like it is a caricature. All of a sudden you're wearing nylons. Well, whatever happened to tomboys? Whatever happened to where is there fucking room for us tomboys who love boys? And where are the good-looking boys gone? Suddenly you look around and there's no good-looking men. They all have soprano voices. Is that why they brought the Sopranos out? Lastly, I want to talk about why did suddenly all of the phones have to go to 10 digits instead of 7? 7 numbers is plenty. Why did we have to go to 10 digits? Because they knew back in the 80s they were going to force the Chinese, welcome the Chinese over here, because they wanted that Chinese to make money, and then they wanted the Chinese to take the Chinese money. So everybody has been played big time. But you just don't do that. So the Chinese got to wake up. Look, the Freemasons and all these communists, look who invented it. They're not your friend. The only friend you have is yourself. I met this one girl who I thought had it all. I was feeling like a communist at a wedding party, and I thought, well, poor me. Everybody's got it made. Everybody's so close to their family, and I was in that mode of being an insecure vagabond fellow traveler. And earlier that day, I learned the meaning of the name Ruth, and it meant some kind of good meaning. But anyways, finally, I was observing this girl, and I was starting to feel a little envious. She looked perfect. She had long blonde hair. She was really cute, and I thought, she's got it made. So she introduced herself later to me, and she was married to a guy. I said, what happened? So were you guys childhood sweethearts? And she said, no, I never finished high school. And I'm like, what? And she said, I was on the street when I was 12. My mother was a schizophrenic, and I was, my father left. And I said, what happened? What's your secret? Why are you so together now? And she said, I had a mother. First of all, she said her name was Ruth. And then she said, I had a grandmother who said, Ruth, you're going to come live with me now, but I'm going to tell you something. The only person in this world you can count on is you. And I thought, wow, that's wonderful. A narcissist would say, hey, I'm the one who brought you out of this. You owe me. I'm the only one who helped you. And no, she didn't pull any of that. She said, the only person in this world you're going to count on is yourself. That's what America can bring to the world and end this mess. End it.